Hey, what's up guys, it is Card Shuffler 99 here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a really cool card trick. This one actually managed to fool Penn and Teller on their show, Penn and Teller Fool Us. It's a great trick, a really practical one as well, so I think you guys are really going to enjoy this one. If you do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to enter our brand new giveaway. This is our first giveaway of summer 2019. This is going to be our July giveaway, so what are we going to give away? $200 of Amazon gift cards. So if you guys want a chance to win $200 Amazon gift cards, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what are your summer 2019 goals, whether that's something with sports, something with YouTube, something with, really anything like that. Maybe you just want to have some fun. But let us know, what are your goals for summer 2019, and make sure you guys have your post notifications turned on, and you guys will be entered for a chance to win $200 of Amazon gift cards. Don't forget to check out our social media. We have an Instagram page. Make sure you guys go check that out. If you guys want to DM us there, we will be contacting a lot of you guys back. So if you guys want a shot to talk with us one-on-one, you guys can do that there. But anyway, guys, let's get straight into the trick. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget, performance link down in the description. And let's get straight into it. Because this is, in a sense, follow the leader. Now, follow the leader is an older trick. It's something that, magicians have performed well into the past. But this is David's par version, and it's actually really effective. So what you're going to need is just 2 decks of cards and some double-sided tape. Now that's all you're going to need for this trick. Once you have that, you guys are set to go. Now you do want to use 2 different decks of cards. This could be, like I said here, I'm using the product red deck as well as the dragon back. You could use the 2 different colored decks, whether it's a red bicycle deck and a blue bicycle deck. That tends to work best when you have the contrast in colors. But today I'm just going to use these 2 red decks. They are different, so it does work in that regard. So anyway, all you're going to need to do from there is just make sure you have your double-sided tape and you're ready to go. You're going to want to take out 1 card from each of the decks. In this case, I'm going to have an 8 of hearts from the product red, and I'm going to have an 8 of hearts from the dragon back deck, and those are going to be your 2 cards that you're going to use. Now, from one of the decks, you're going to take out 2 additional cards. In this case, I have 2 additional cards. Doesn't matter what these are. These are 2 additional cards from this deck, okay? So I'm going to have it from the same deck. Just doesn't matter which one you use. So in this case, we're going to use this. Now, on one of the cards, what I'm going to do is on the face of the card, I'm going to place a piece of double-sided tape. It doesn't have to be that big, just so long as you have some double-sided tape on there, you're fine. I like to place it in the middle of the card. Just a quick reason behind that is because this card is going to end up being on the bottom, and you can tend to just spread it normally by covering the double-sided tape with your finger. So that tends to work best if you ever want to spread the deck face up. Anyway, the other card, what you're going to do with this is you're going to make a crimp card. Now, there's a few options here as to what you guys can go about doing. The simplest way, I think, is just to bend the card downwards like this. What this will allow you to do is if this card's in the middle of the deck, you can see that the crimp is right there, and it allows you to actually just lift up on that crimp every time. Now, a couple other things you can do, you can make a breather crimp. Now, what a breather crimp is, you would essentially use the middle of the card. So you're going to go from the face-up end. I'm going to take my middle finger, my index finger, as well as my thumb from both hands, go in the middle, and I'm going to pull outwards like so. And what this does is it creates a breather crimp. And this will work essentially the same. So this can go into the middle of the deck, and you can do the same exact thing. I think that's a little complicated there, but like I said, you can do whatever you want. Another thing that actually tends to work is if you have 2 playing cards, you could tape these back to back if you wanted to. Tape 2 playing cards back to back, so it's like a double thick card, I guess you could call it. And then that will actually also let you lift up on that. And the final thing you guys can do is if you really wanted to, don't recommend this, but you can cut one of the cards short. So you can cut a little bit off the border on top or the bottom of a card on the short end. And what this will allow you to do is, because there is, once you put the card into the middle, there will be a little gap or breathing room because it's not as long as the other cards. It'll allow you to lift up there as well. But like I said, I do find it easiest to just bend down on the card like this. It works the best in my opinion, so that's all you're going to need. Now, for the setup of this trick, what you're going to do is you're going to take the deck that you've taken the 2 cards out of. So in this case, I took the 2 random cards out of the Dragonback deck. So this is the deck that the Magician's going to use. So how this is going to work is I'm going to take the 8 of hearts, or the duplicate, from the opposite deck. Now keep in mind that all the cards in this deck will contain no setup whatsoever. So this is the spectator deck. And what this means is that this deck here is going to contain no setup, no evidence, so they can actually look through the entire deck and nothing will be found. The Magician's deck is the entire tampered deck. This is going to contain the entire setup. So on the bottom of the deck, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place in the opposite Eight of Hearts, the opposite duplicate. I'm going to follow that by the random card with the double-sided tape on it. Now, what you're going to do from there is off the bottom of the deck, so not the top of the deck. I'm going off the bottom here. I'm going to take about 10, 15 cards. That's all you need. And what I'm going to do here is I'm then going to place the other Eight of Hearts. Now, this is the Eight of Hearts that matches the deck. And then follow that by the crimp card. So once again, that's a little bit complicated. You're going to have the double stick card directly on the bottom. Right above that is going to be the duplicate card from the opposite deck. Now, 10 or 15 cards up, you're going to have the crimp card. You can see there it has the crimp on it. And then underneath the crimp card is going to be the other duplicated Eight of Hearts, okay? Now, that is the entire setup for the Magician's deck. You can see here that that's where the crimp is. And that's important to note right there. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to spread the deck out. So once again, this is a follow the leaders type card trick. So this is the Spectator's deck. They're going to do exactly what you do. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to spread the deck. Now, keep in mind, you don't want to spread all the way to the bottom because you don't want to reveal that card there. So you can just go with a quick spread just like that, show all the cards. Now, at this point, what you're going to do is you're then going to spread face up. Now, this is, like I said, this is why I like to have the double-sided tape in the middle so I can actually cover it while I spread out, right? So that's going to be that part. You're going to spread that, and then you're basically ready to go. So at that point, the spectator is going to think, oh, okay, all the cards are mixed up, all the cards are the same, and then they're ready to go. So from here, what you're going to do is you're going to shuffle the deck overhand. Now, what you have to keep in mind is you want to keep the bottom two cards on the bottom. The rest of the cards don't exactly matter. You just need to keep the bottom two on the bottom. So this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to peel the top card off, so I'm going for an overhand shuffle here. When I peel the top card off, I'm actually grabbing, using my fingers in the back here, a few cards. So you can see I'm just grabbing a few cards just to be safe along with the top card. So I'm grabbing a bunch of cards here, and then I can shuffle the rest of the cards on top, okay? Now, you don't want to shuffle this entire packet. So you can see here, I still have the crimp card right in this packet. What I'm doing here is I'm going to shuffle a little bit. Okay, I can just shuffle a little bit here. And what this is going to do is not shuffling the whole packet. I'm going to place the rest of this on top. What this does is it actually brings the crimp card to the middle of the deck now, while I still have the two cards, the two setup cards on the bottom of the deck. So that's exactly what you want to do. From there, they can shuffle their deck of cards, okay? Now, what you're going to do here is I'm going to make sure I see the crimp, and I'm going to place I'm going to take about half the cards, or about a quarter of the deck, from above the crimp, okay? So let's say the crimp is there. I want to take about half the cards from the packet above the crimp, okay? So that's about a quarter of the deck, so I'll go right about there because the crimp is right in the middle. You can see the crimp there. I'm going to take right about there, set that down, okay? The audience will then set their packet down. Now I'm going to lift up to the crimp, so I'm lifting to the crimp now. I place that down. They're going to do the same thing, okay? Now, obviously, there's no setup here. I'm then going to take this Eight of Hearts because I just lifted up to the crimp, so now I have the Eight of Hearts. I'm placing that in there. They're going to place their next card onto my packet. Now, this is just a random card, but what happens here is because I'm going to place this entire packet on top, this double-sided tape card is going to stick directly on top. Now, what happens when this card sticks to their card, it's actually going to disappear, right? This card will now be gone because the back of it is actually sticking to this card. So the only card that's belonging to the product red deck will be this card, and this is the other Eight of Hearts. So, like I said, you're going to set that on top, square it up, make sure you apply pressure so that card will stick. You need that card to stick. You can spread the deck out. You can see there's only going to be one card from the product red deck. You spread this out. You can see there's one card here from the dragon back, and from there you can reveal the Eight of Hearts and the Eight of Hearts matching cards. So that is the trick, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Once again, performance link in the description. Be sure to check that out. Don't forget to share this video around. Make sure you give it a big like, and don't forget to enter the giveaway. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And anyway, guys, this is Card Shuffler 99. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out, guys.